Shanti. Madhuban Murli, 2023 October 23. Today's Mahabhakya essence. Sweet children, the mantra you have received from human beings are not going to be of any use. Therefore remember the one Father and remove your intellect yoga from everything else. Today's question: what thing of the path of devotion cannot continue on the path of knowledge? Answer: on the path of devotion, they ask God for mercy and blessings. On the path of knowledge, it is not a question of blessing or mercy. This is a study. The Father becomes the teacher and teacher teaches you. The basis of your fortune is how you study. If the Father were to have mercy, the whole class would pass. This is why it is not a question of mercy or blessing. On the path of knowledge, each of you definitely has to make your one effort. Today's song: I am a small child and you are the Almighty. Details: Om Shanti. This call is from the young and old of the path of devotion, because it has been explained that devotees hold sacrificial fire, do chanting and tapasya, etc. They believe that they will find a way to the Supreme Soul by doing all of that. To say that God is omnipresent, to say I am a form of Him, or God is also in me, are all lies. God does not experience sorrow. God is something separate. This is the mistake of human beings due to which they are experiencing sorrow. Among you also hardly anyone knows the Father. Maya repeatedly makes you forget. The Father repeatedly tells you. You are given the Srimad to consider yourself to be souls and to remember me. The Father, this is the most elevated direction of all. With the Father's Srimad, human beings change from ordinary human to Narayan, from impure to pure. The direction that impure human beings of this time give are not elevated. God has also said that this is the corrupt, devilish community. The Father says, your daddy religion is one that gives a lot of happiness. You attend a lot of happiness. This drama is predestined. One should not ask, why has God created this drama? This drama is eternal. Knowledge means the day and devotion means the night. With knowledge, you are now becoming residents of heaven, whereas with devotion, you have become residents of hell. However, because human beings have stone intellect, they do not understand anger is very bad. They continue to manufacture so many bombs. They understand that destruction will definitely take place. Therefore, their intellects are degraded. Are they not? The Iron Age is called the kingdom of Ravan. It is Ravan that makes you degraded. The Father comes and issues an ordinance. Stop this degradation. The number one degradation is to make one another impure. This is a brothel. Iron Age Bharat is called a brothel. Everyone is born through vice. The golden age is called Shivalaya. It was the pure Bharat that was established by Shiv Baba. Lakshmi and Narayan, etc., are called full of all virtues. 16 celestial degree, full, completely voiceless. In that case, the question of how children are born cannot arise, since it is through the power of yoga that your children become the master of the world. What is not possible through the power of yoga? Baba says through the power of yoga, you can become the master of heaven by following Srimad. Children, there can be born through the power of yoga. You cannot rule the whole world with physical power. This is physical power, whereas yours is yoga power. You have yoga with the Almighty Authority Father. The Almighty Father Himself says, remember me and your sins will be absolved. However, this does not stay in anyone's intellect. They say, yes, yes, at that time and then forget. Truly, God, the unlimited Father, is aiding you with knowledge by teaching you Raj Yoga. In spite of that, if it does not sit in your intellect, it would be said that it is not in your fortune. And that is why you do not make effort. A teacher teaches everyone, and then some study to certain extent and some fail. You would not ask your teacher to give you blessing. In a study, there cannot be mercy or blessing, etc. On the path of knowledge, the Father says Namaste to you. You must not ask for mercy or blessing. When a child comes to the Father, the child becomes a master. The Father says, this one is a master. There is no question of mercy. The Father's property becomes the children. Pankha slow kar. Child's property. However, yes, it is a teacher's duty to reform children. A teacher would ask you to study. It is your duty to study. What mercy would he have? It is a guru's duty to show you the path to salvation. There is no question of blessing. This is the only one who is the Father, teacher and Guru. There is no question of asking for mercy from any of the three. The Father sits here and gives wisdom to senseless human beings. This is His blessing anyway. However, it is the children's duty to follow. It has been remembered, Srimad spoken by God. He is the highest and high, and so His direction would also be elevated. By following Srimad, you become elevated deities, number-wise, according to your effort. You can also understand how many marks you will pass with. At school, students can understand that they will fail because they have not studied fully. Even a father can tell from the register that this child will fail. This one is the unlimited Father, teacher and Guru. This one knows, and the children know when they are not studying. If you do not study, your status will definitely be low. You are not even making effort to study well. No matter how much Baba beats his head and explains to you, you do not do anything. When Srimad is not followed, a low status is claimed. Those who become the children will become part of the dynasty. There are many levels of status in that too. There are those who even become maid and servants. Your children know that if you do not study and teach others, You become maids and servants. However, they too remain royal. Lakshmi and Narayan will have palace studded with jewels and diamonds. And the maid and servants will also reside there. They can then claim a higher status in the future. Number wise. The subject too are number wise. People ensure everything on the path of devotion. They make donation in the name of God. For instance, if someone had a hospital bill, he would receive a healthy body free from disease in his next birth. Temporary fruit is definitely received. If someone opened a school, he would study well in his next birth. If someone opened a dharamsala, he would have a good house to stay in his next birth. Therefore, this is ensuring. Is it not? Each one ensure himself. Everything up here is now direct with God. That is indirect, whereas this is ensuring directly. Baba, all of this is yours. I am a trustee. In return for this, you give us self-sovereignty for 21 births. This is ensuring directly with the Father for 21 births. The Father says, transfer your bag and to the golden age. When war breaks out, the smaller kings place all their wealth with the bigger king. And then when the war is over, they take all their wealth back. Baba is experienced in this thing. The Father knows and Dada also knows. You should understand that you are receiving the inheritance from Baba through Dada. The Father is teaching you. That Father, not this one, is Heavenly God. The Father, this one is Dada, the elder brother. Firstly, you definitely have to belong to Dada, grandfather. Baba, I belong to you. I will claim my inheritance from you. To remove your intellect yoga from everyone else require effort. The Father says now all the mantra from the Guru etc. are not going to be any use. None of the mantra from any of the human being are going to be of use now. I tell you, remember me and victory is yours. You have big burden of sins on your hearts. Now remember me and your sins will be absolved. Then I will send you to heaven. First of all, you have to have this faith. If you do not have faith, Baba does not open the lock on your intellect and you do not imbibe anything. When you belong to the Father, you also claim a right to the inheritance. This does not sit in some intellect. Some new one go ahead of the older one. The Father explained very clearly. To the extent that someone studied accordingly, he earned an income. This Godfatherly knowledge is your source of income. By studying this knowledge, you become the master of the world. Human beings do not have this knowledge. You have now become my children. From the devilish community, you now belong to the deity community. From corrupt, you are becoming elevated. No one can become elevated without following Srimad. Otherwise, at the end, you will return home after experience punishment. Although those who listen to a little knowledge will go to heaven, they will attain a completely ordinary status among the subject. This status there is number wise. That people would not be so poor that they do not have chapati to eat. Poor people there are not like the poor people here. Everyone has happiness there. Do not think it is okay, even if I am one of the subject. That is weakness. First of all, there has to be the firm faith that these are the versions of incorporeal God. God says, I do not take a human costume. My name is Shiva. All deities and human beings have names given to their body. I do not have a bodily name. I do have a body of my own. Bodily being cannot be called God. They are called human being. It is due to one-sided human being to be God that the people of Bharat have become senseless. Otherwise, the people of Bharat were very wise and sensible. Earlier, the cloth, etc. of Bharat was good, very refined. Now they cannot make those something. Since to exist in heaven for your happiness. Here, science is for both happiness and sorrow. You receive temporary happiness, there is limitless sorrow. When the whole world is destroyed, there will be sorrow. Will there not? Everyone will cry out in distress. There is nothing but happiness through science. There is no mention of sorrow. Only those who fortune has opened can understand this. If they did not have happiness in their fortune, they do not understand. Barrister, etc. are also number-wise. Some charge 10 to 20,000 for a single case, whereas other barristers do not even have a coat to wear. It is the same here. One either become a king of kings or a subject worth a few penny. The father sits here and explains to you children, Bharat is the poorest of all at this time. It is Bharat that then becomes wealthy. Donations are always given to the poor. The wealthy are not able to take this knowledge as much as ordinary. Poor people can, only they will take this knowledge. It is not the law to give donation to wealthy one. You are poor, are you not? Your mamma was the poorest of all, but she will then become the empress of the world. The drama is created in this way. The majority of those who take this knowledge are poor because they are unhappy. The wealthy are very happy anyway. They say that this is heaven for them. They say that this is heaven for them. The wealthy are very happy anyway. They say that this is heaven for them. They have motor car and money, etc. They say give knowledge to those who do not have money and are in hell. Yours is God-fatherly service. You are the true servant of Bharat. Those are physical, social workers. They give a little happiness to human being. You clean the whole world and make it pure and happy. You are serving Bharat with your body, mind and wealth. Acha, to the sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the mother, the father, Bap Dada. The spiritual father says namaste to the spiritual children. We should say sweet morning, namaste, om shanti. Essence for dharana. Number 1. Transfer your old bag and baggage for 21 bar. Insure them and then look after them as a trustee. Number 2. Let your intellect have faith as you study. Donate the wealth of knowledge to the poor. Do true spiritual service of making Bharat pure. Blessing. May you be a master, teacher, and while walking and moving along, give every soul teaching with every action and word of yours. Details. Just as there is a mobile library, in the same way you too are mobile master teacher. Constantly see student in front of you. You are not alone. You are always in front of student. You are constantly studying and also teaching. A worthy teacher would never be careless in front of his student. He would always pay attention. While you sleep, wake up, work and eat, always think that you are sitting in a big college and that your students are watching you. Slogan. It is elevated yoga to make your sanskar completely pure with the soul having faith. Om Shanti. Sweet Shiv Baba. Shukriya, Shukriya, Shukriya.